Alright, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I thought what I might do is make a template. Yeah, make a template. I kind of want to start working this way. It's going to be easier if I do this. Now, I've already made one template already, but I thought I might go through this with you all and see if we can do this a little better. Now, I can't yet group anything in Bitwig, and that's kind of a little bit annoying, but I'm pretty sure they're working on that because everybody wants it. Now, what am I on? This is the versioning. Yep, 1.1. Okay. 1.1.1, which is pretty cool. So that's nice to be able to update this properly now. What I wanted to do is first off create some buses. We're going to bus stuff. So I'm going to get rid of this instrument layer for starters. Let's get rid of that guy. Now the first one, now I used to be able to right click on this and then select rename, but that's gone. So you have to hold down Alt and then click on it, and then we can rename it. So we're going to call this one, I think we're going to call this one base bus. Base bus. And if you can hear someone coughing in the background, there's a sick person in the house, so just try and overcome that. I want to set it back to 0. Go 0. Go 0. Because we want that to be at full volume. Now, on the master, this is up to you. You can put your master chain straight on here, or you can put I'm sort of jumping over. I'm jumping around the place at the moment. I'm just trying to get my head around this. Okay, so I think first of all on the master, it's probably best to do this all the time. Now you should throw a limiter on there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use Bitwig's peak limiter, and I'll just always turn the release time down almost to completely off. I'll leave it on a little bit, and then I'll boost the gain up to around about 6 plus 6 dB, and that kind of suits me fine for when I'm working on a project. So let's just quickly save this as live stream template, like so. Right, there we go. Yeah, because it kind of helps when you start off, and it makes it seem louder, and you kind of get into it a little bit better. Alright, so that's that. Let's go back to our base bus. Now there's nothing on here, so what I want to do, I think, is throw on a compressor, but I want to, let's try a dynamics compressor instead. Now I want to compare this against a preset which I have made, and that is on the Waves SSL compressor. So I'm going to load my preset. I'm going to give you something free today. Open a preset. Let's go, and no, it's gone. Where have you gone? Oh, it's gone over there. Where is? This is one thing I don't like about Windows, is that it just forgets. Like, it should remember where each application stores its files instead of going to the last one you open. Now I'm never going to be able to find this now. Nope. No. Ah, this is sad. Okay, let's see if we can go back. No, it's not program data at all. I think it's in documents. Gosh. Sorry about this, everybody. Documents. Let's try this and see if we can find it. It's not even there. This is not very good. I'm going to try and save a preset to somewhere. I was putting it there. Why? That's just wrong. don't like this. Oh man. I'm going to have to abandon this, I think. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to open up live and I'm going to copy the settings over again because it's going to take too long to find it. This is so annoying. While that's opening up, I've been changing some stuff in my studio. I mean, it's not the most awesomest studio in the world, and like I'm not the most awesomest producer in the world, but well, we're getting there. So I've got a green screen behind me, so there's a bit of a green tinge happening, so working on that. I'm going to do some live stuff. Right, so let's drag this over to here. And what I want to do is I want to load up the glue compressor, and I want the make it loud one. Here we go, make it loud. I want to make it loud, alright. And I want to try and get both of these up at the same time. Oh, come on, give me that corner. Oh man, I'm sorry about this. I'm just trying to work out how to get everything just so, and it's not behaving. Okay, let's see if we can get this side by side. There we go. Right, so I want to try and make this preset, but using Bitwig's native compressor. I don't think we've got everything. Do we have everything we've got? We've got threshold. We don't have. Oh, we've got makeup. We'll use that as makeup. Dry wet. We don't have a dry wet, but we can sort that out. Range. Don't even know what that's for anymore. Soft clip and so on. So we're going to use this compressor. I think it's going to be the best one to use. So we're looking at a ratio of, what the heck is that? I can't even read that now. 10. So the threshold is way up there. Let's try 10. The ratio. Sorry, what the threshold? No, threshold's on -12. What am I talking about? -12. Yep. The ratio is on 10. So that's 1. Is it 1 to 10 or 10? There we go. Quite a high ratio. The release is automatic. We don't have automatic on this. Which is a problem. Let's turn it right down. Attack is right down, all the way down. There we go. So what it's really doing is it's really just tickling the sound. So we're going to put really low release on it. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to go for RMS instead of peak, and there's going to be no. I'm not going to do side chain. I'm not going to touch these. Alright, so that's that. Let's try and load up a sound. Let's turn that off. Let's just get rid of that for now. Right. And I think what we need to do is try and load a bass on. So let's go find something. I'll actually use Bitwig stuff today. Right, let's go. I want a polysynth, and I want to find a bass preset. Let's try this one. Nope. It's nice and low, you won't be able to hear that. Alright, so I want to send that anyway to, so we've got to click on these things down here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, and that opens up the in and outs. So we're going to open up that, and then we're going to send this one to our bass bus. There we go. So now it's coming through here, it's going through this compressor. Let's turn it on and off. Okay, that's off. That's on. I think there's one thing I didn't do, which is the makeup, and I think that was on, yeah, it's on 5 dB, so we need to do that. So I think we can do it here. Let's do that. No, that's not it. That's the if I remember, that's the well, it's got something to do with this sidechain part. Let's put on the output. Gain of 5. Okay, so to do that, to get this to type it in, we hold down Control, click on it, and now I can change this to +5. That should work. Yep. All right, that's better. Now we've got the proper. Now we've got it working proper. You want a fast release on this, really fast. Alright, so I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to save this as a preset. So I'm going to click on this little folder looking thing. And I'm going to call this SSL clone. It's not SSL, it's not at all, but we're trying to do the same compressions. Allowed and clear, I think it was. That'll work. Okay, and I'm going to throw that on there like that. Right now, there is something that you might want to do, and that is parallel compress it. And I wanted to talk about this parallel compression anyway, so let's do this now. So I'm going to click here before the compressor, and I'm going to put on I think you can do it with effects chain and effects layer. I'm going to do effects layer. I'm going to drag my compressor into that where it says drop devices here. Now it's inside there. If I turn it off, it turns the whole thing off. Turn it back on, and so on. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this SSL compressor. It doesn't need to be there. Right, so you may find that it is like this when you do it. To get it all back, you double click on the actual dynamics compressor up here, and it'll open up this bit here. Alright, so this is how you do your parallel compression. So down here we've got mix, and it's a percentage of, so you can do a 50% or 70% or 80%, whatever you think is the best way for your sound to come through. So we can now apply our SSL cloned, well, it's not really a clone, it's just the compressor settings. We can now choose how much of that we want to come through into our mix. I want 100% right now. Okay, right, so that's cool. So that's this is part of this. This is the bass bus, so we've got that now on there, and that should now really compress our bass. And I think that we probably do want to parallel compress it, probably around about 70-80%. Dang it! I hit I'm gonna have to change that button because I accidentally hit the close button and I closed it. I was trying to save it. Alright, so let's go back there and on our bass bus. There we go. Okay, sweet. Now it'd be really cool if we had like a locking thing on here. I don't think we've got a locking thing on it yet, so if we could lock these it'd be great, then we wouldn't destroy them. Now I'm going to create a new instrument track, and I'm going to rename it equals. It's going to go no output, and it's going to have no input, and it's just going to be there. I'm going to change the color to grey. I want that just there to separate the bass buses, all the buses from my instruments. Alright, so that's the bass bus. What we can do then is I think we can actually just duplicate this, and we can then rename this one drum bus, because we need one for our drums, and that didn't work. Let's try that again. Why are you not letting me rename this? Oh, come on. I'm having trouble with this now since it's been changed. I'm a little bit upset about how they changed that. Drum bus, there we go. Drum bus. So that's now the bass bus and the drum bus. What I like to do is I like to color these things so we get some kind of separation happening here. So then all my basses would be that same color, and then this is how I'd like it to be grouped. If I group basses together, I want to set the same color as my bass bus. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, so there we go. So we've got a separator, we've got our drum bus, our bass bus, and so on the drum bus we should have the same compressor and the same settings, which is fine. Right, good. Now another thing that we need to add actually to this effects layer is actually an EQ. Let's just add, I don't want to add a basic EQ. I think probably just a basic EQ because I want to choose to roll off 30 Hertz pretty much on my bass. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to drop it inside here. So it's all part of this effects layer, so I can turn it on and off. I may want to adjust this, but this basically is now just affecting the whole bass bus, and I think 30 Hertz, cutting off 30 Hertz and down is going to be okay. Up to you if you want to choose that. And then once again, this is only going to be affected by the mix, so actually it might actually be better if we leave it out, because I don't want the to parallel compress or to parallel my EQ. So I'll leave that aside. Let's do that. I'm going to copy that to the drum bus too. And all this is going to do now is actually clean up any added sub layers that get added after we've processed them before we send them to the drum bus and bass bus. That's all that's for. Alright, I'm going to try and do this a little bit faster. So that's the drum bass. We'll do a synth. Let's duplicate that. Rename this synth bus. Exact same settings. We don't need anything else there. You may want to do a vocal bus. Let's do vocals. Oh gosh. All I'm trying to do is rename that. Right, let's try and rename that again. Vocal bus, and you want an effects bus. Duplicate that guy. See, that is really annoying. Effects bus, there we go, and that'll do, I think, for now. Now I've talked about this before about whether or not to put the kick inside the drum bus. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I normally leave it out. It helps the track quite a lot. Okay, we've got a separator, we've got these things here. Let's just change the color. Synth bus can be, I don't know, yellow. Vocals can be brown. Whatever color that is. Well, that's not brown. Tan. Blue. Effects can be white. And there we go. That's good. I like that. Now, there's a few other things that we need to do on our bass bus. We want to add a side chain. So let's see. Why has it done that? I don't remember doing that. It's an instrument layer. Get out of there. Won't let me take it out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Alright, I don't want an instrument layer. Goodbye. Why did it do that? Okay, I'm going to have to quickly fix this. Delete. Paste. Delete. paste, delete, paste. Right, fixed it. Right. Next thing is that we want to have like a sidechain compressor here. Now the sidechain compressing, I'm going to leave that to you because that's something that we're not going to look at here, but we're going to go back to a dynamics, and I'm going to load in one that I pillaged from somewhere, and that's not loading here. Alright, and I want to put that inside another layer because I want to parallel compress this too. So there we go, let's do that, and then I'm probably just going to choose the setting that sounds best in my track. So I'm just going to leave it for now around about that. It's just a random number, and I'm going to do the parallel compression after everything on my bass bus so that I can you know, get everything, affect everything that's on that processing channel. Okay, so cool, that's that sorted. Now what else do we need to do on our template? There's another thing I like to do, so I'm back onto the master channel. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the S1 that sends and returns. I'm not using any of those at the moment. On my master channel, I want to, before the peak limiter, I want to add in a simple EQ, and that will be just EQ2, and I want to roll off once again at 30 Hertz on the low, and on the high I want to roll off as well, and I want to roll off probably 24,000. No, 2400. Is it 2400 or 24,000? 2.4. Yeah, no, it's higher than that. It's 24,000. 24, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That doesn't go any higher than that, so I go 20,000 hertz. Okay, it's fine. And that's just because I don't want to cut off too much of the highs. I want to leave them in there, but I want to cut off the really, really super highs. And this cleans up your mix really good. Alright, so that's cool. Alright, what else do we need to do for our template? So we've got our bass bus, we've got that's gonna put that back in. You gotta be kidding me? Oh no, I didn't do that one. I did all the others but that one, okay. Drum bus. Goodbye. That's fine. I want to copy this. Actually, yeah. So I'm back on the bass bus. I want to copy the sidechain compressor, and I want to put that also on the synth bus. Right. And at the moment, we haven't actually selected any input device, so be aware that we haven't done that. And we haven't done that because we don't actually have anything to sidechain. I'm going to get into that in the next tutorial on sidechaining and ghost kicks and stuff like that. So we'll check that out in the next tutorial. Okay, so drum bus sorted, bass bus sorted, synth bus, vocal bus, effects bus, separator, and then this is where we start doing our instruments. Now it's kind of cool to have these up the top because it kind of you kind of end up mixing everything together, and then you end up seeing, oh, there's nothing on this channel, and then you accidentally delete it, and then you're stuffed. Okay, so that's all good. That's going to the bass bus, and that's all you need to do now is just to make sure that you select which bus it's going to go to. And if we remember that to do that, we go down here with these two sort of arrows in different directions. That one down there, that's what you want to do, and that then opens up input and outputs. Yeah. Then also, please remember to make sure that your buses are all set to 0. When you make a track, by default it sets the volume way down here, negative 10 dB, and that tripped me up before. I was like, oh, it's not very loud. So remember, set them all to 0 and you'll be good. Okay, now I'm sure there's more stuff we can put on our template, but I think this is a good start, and we've gone on for long enough. It's 24 minutes, it's too long. but this is our template, and we can use this now when we open up a new project. We can use this. One thing I'd like to see in Bitwig would be, my hand's covering the camera, would be to be able to save this as a template. So when I save as, I want to save it as a template, and I want to be able to load from a template so that it's kind of locked and I don't copy over it or accidentally start using it like I did with my last one and then save over the top of it and lose my template. Alright, so that's it. I'll catch you next time, and we're going to look at side chaining, setting up a ghost kick, and looking at that parallel compression. I think that's what we're going to do next time. Alright, sweet as. Catch you later. Nice.